Your son has been out playing ball with his friends, and when he comes home, he generously offers you some of his corn chips. Well, he's not quite so generous, and it's questionable whether he gave you enough to constitute a kazayit, enough to be obligated in a bracha achrona. But maybe you did eat enough. You're not really sure. Well, what do you do? Since this is a case of doubt, you cannot say a bracha achrona. Now, this is based on the principle of safek brachot lahakel. In cases of doubtful blessings, don't say the blessing. But in the event that you did eat a kazayit measure, you still want to cover yourself with a bracha achrona. So the easiest way to get out of the doubt is to eat another food with the same bracha achrona. Now, since corn chips are shahakol, and the bracha achrona is borei nefashot, you could eat any other food whose bracha achrona is borei nefashot. That includes any shahakol food, or any vegetable, or a fruit which is not one of the 7 species. How much do you need to eat? Well, you would not need to eat a full kazayit of the new food. Rather, you just need to eat enough to complete the kazayit in combination with the corn chips. And then when saying the borei nefashot, have in mind to cover the corn chips as well. Now, of course, for the new food to combine with the corn chips, very important to keep in mind, this assumes that everything together was eaten within the time period of kidei achilat pras, which we said is between 3 and 4 minutes. So otherwise, the corn chips could not combine with the second food, and you would need to eat a full kazayit of the new food within 3 to 4 minutes. And then again, when saying your bracha achrona, have in mind to cover the corn chips as well. But what if no other food is available? Well, you could have a drink of water or juice. That would help because the bracha achrona for that is also borei nefashot. But remember that the quantity to say an after bracha on drinks is different than food. With drinks, it's kedei shtiyat revi'it, approximately 4 ounces with only a short pause in between. And recall we learned that a half kazayit of food, that would be your corn chips, and a half kazayit of drink do not combine together to obligate a bracha achrona, a borei nefashot. So in this case, you would need to drink an entire revi'it and have in mind the corn chips when you say your after bracha. Now, I should also mention that if you have a drink, wine or grape juice would not help you because there the bracha achrona is al hagefen, not borei nefashot. One final option that we'll learn about in class number 38, you could find someone else who needs to say the bracha achrona of borei nefashot and ask them to have you in mind when saying their own bracha achrona. So be grateful that your son was generous, offered you some corn chips, and as he gets a little bit older, he'll learn to be more responsive to people's needs, and I'm sure he'll make sure that next time you get a full kazayit of corn chips.